Aegis Avenger versus the Razor. I got a ballistic corkscrew to shake off any damage. Again, right, pull him into the raid fight. We want to snuggle up nice and close to him. We want to actually advance nose over, put a little down strafe in, get behind him. Now we're in dominant position. We want to stay as close as we can to him. Don't let him get above us. So we're actually down strafing right now. Now up strafe, right? Keep in position. Now a little bit of down strafe. And there's the dominant position into the raid fight. So we're going to talk a little bit about turn rates and raid fighting in general and how it applies to Star Citizen. Now, if you look up the term raid fighting, generally speaking, a one circle fight can be considered a radius fight, and a two circle fight can be considered a raid fight. This is illustrated in the pictures that I'm pulling up here. In a pure raid fight, the aircraft will be higher turn rate will win, and in a pure radius fight, the aircraft with a smaller turn radius will win. So how does this apply to Star Citizen? Well, put quite simply, the higher turn rate you have, the smaller or the closer you can get to your target without him having to get guns on you. So in this picture, we're illustrating the Razor with a smaller box or a smaller turn rate than the Avenger, because the turn rate for the Razor is higher. So I can keep my nose on target and stay closer, whereas the Aegis Avenger will have to create some distance and some space. So if you can close to underneath his turn rate's ability, which means anywhere from probably around 200, maybe just over 250 meters, the Aegis Avenger is going to really struggle getting its turn rate on if you try to fight for dominant position. When I talk about dominant position, I'm talking about what's known as the kill box. So once you close to within distance, like this picture here, notice how the Avenger is outside of my turn radius box, because anything that's closer than that little green square, or sorry, green circle, means that my turn rate's not high enough to engage a target closer than the edge of that green circle. But we're inside the red circle, which is represented by the Avenger's turn rate. So he needs to put me outside that red circle. If I'm inside it, his turn rate, quite frankly, cannot catch me because my turn rate's higher, and because I have the distance, I can stay and orbit him all I want and he can't do anything about it. So when we're in this position, when we're trying to go over the top with our bottom thrusters and get that kill, we want to put ourselves in what's known as the kill box, which is the position that's behind the enemy ship. Illustrated here with the that means that when you do end up getting position, or you're inside the kill box against the enemy at the proper range where your turn rate's going to outstrip his, that's where you're going to do the most damage and keep him occupied. But what people have to understand is you will need to apply down strafe, yaw, or pitch strafe depending on what he is doing. So it's not like just pull up strafe and stay behind him. No, once you get to position, you need to apply down strafe. If you find that he's like, say for example, he started pitching his nose down really hard, I would need to use my bottom thruster to keep myself in that kill box position. But if he's pulling up, I need to strafe down a little bit to stay inside that box. And I also have to make sure my throttle control is on point so that I stay and keep the distance. Otherwise, what ends up happening is you end up going back into a nose-to-nose fight, and the ship with the higher guns or the bigger guns is most likely going to win that trade. So you have to use your strengths to your advantage. So we see this fight wrapping up right here. I'm in the kill box. I'm strafing down. I'm staying inside the box while I'm orbiting him. And notice how his turn rate simply can't keep up with me because my turn rate's faster. So there you have it. You know, it sounds so simple, but it's hard to execute, right? And the best way to get these maneuvers, and these are just basic maneuvers, is practice, right? So I hope you found this content educational. I hope it was illustrated well. Please leave a comment below if you did enjoy the video. Like, share it to some friends. We're still a very new channel here. I was Avenger 1. I hope to see you out for stream, and I'll see you next time.